You know what I hate? Some redneck, right wing, what you call it, redneck, right wing, Christian, whatever you call it, assuming that I am a fucking Zionist. Yeah, it's funny. It's like Facebook. It's like I'm against Zionism, you know? I am against Zionism, you know? You know? To be honest, I'm against Israel because I believe the Palestinians are innocent, you know, because they've been pushed out of their land by a highly technological group of little people. Israel's, they're very advanced people, you know? And the Palestinians don't have that kind of technology. So the Israel people feel like it's a threat. The Palestinians are like a threat, you know? It's like, I don't give a fuck about religion, to be honest, you know? Yeah, communism, you know? I don't support communism. I don't support corporations. I don't support government, you know? I hate fucking money, you know? That's how I am. It's like, I really don't. I mean, most of our negativity on this fucking, on here in this reality that we live in is because of money, you know? Most negativity that we have on this planet is negativity. It is because of money, you know? Yeah, and for me, it's kind of I don't know. I can't stand it all. I mean, everywhere you go, everywhere. Like I think I'm repeating myself over and over again because I'm saying this over and over. Because every time I see some right wing, you know, police corporate guy who believes that the police state is justice and all that stuff and all that crap is freedom and money is freedom and all that bullshit. I don't believe in that shit, to be honest. I don't believe money is freedom. I believe it's slavery. You know, like if people have a hard time hearing me, well, not that much people watch me anyway, so I figure I'd just repeat myself again. You know, I don't like greed, to be honest. I don't like greed. You know, I can't stand greed because greed is why there's so much negative on in this reality. You know, greed is why is there so much negative. Yeah, it's like, and these people who support negativity, who believe that's positive. You know, it's like that's how they think. You know, they think that money is positive, but in reality, it's not really positive. It's pure negative. You know, there's no equality with it. It's always separations between classes and people. So you treat one people like a lower person. You know. You know, me being a dragon, I'm my family member by Jay's. I think Jay would be considered my father. You know, in another in the creation reality. You know, Jay would be considered my father. It's like, but it's like I don't give a fuck what level I'm at. You know, I don't care about what level I'm at. You know, but it's like I hate suffering. You know, that gets on my nerves a lot. Suffering. You know, paying bills. You have to suffer to pay bill. You have to suffer to pay the loans. You know, you have to suffer to pay, you know, to pay for everything that you work for, you know, which is kind of like really fucking fucked up people, just like this guy who called me communist Zionist, you know, and he's trying to support a system where he's okay to be a slave, if I translate it to him, because he says he is okay to be a slave, you know. Just like everything in this system. I mean, everything in the system is slave base, you know. Religion is slave base, you know, because you got the hierarchies down to the lowerarchies, you know. You know, just like government is a slave-based system, you know, presidents all the way down to the lower people, you know, everything, it's all a pyramid system, like I told you on my last video. It's all pyramids, but it's like these stupid fucks, you know, calling me communist, you know. Their system itself is more communist than the communist. You know, you may say you're free, but you're not really free. You know, if we take away your money, you starve. You know? That's worse than communism, actually. At least the communists will feed their people. In America, we have charity. Only, you know, like I say, charities take 90% and then give the rest to the poor. You talk about, you know, how America is. America's more worse than a communist. You know? They don't take care of their people. They're full of shit. You know, that's how I look at it. It's like, you know, right now we got Trump. You know? Trump wanting to start World War III. This is the right-wing mentality. They want war. You know? They want to use those guns. Come on now. Come on, let's go. We'll go on to war. You're a communist. You know? Yeah. That's their mentality, you know? Caveman mentality. That's how I see a right-winger, you know? They're a bunch of cavemans who likes to dominate, you know? Which is pretty fucked up. It makes a fucked up society. Like we're, you know, living this. It doesn't matter on what side we live in. To me, if it is a lot, we're still living in a society that likes to dominate. Doesn't matter left or right. One side is gonna dominate the other side. You know, which is pretty fucked up. You know. But it's like, I don't trust a society, you know, that I don't trust a corporate society. I don't trust a government society. I don't trust communist society. Anything that forces labor onto people, not enjoying their lives, you know, they can't speak their mind, they can't talk, you know, they can't. You know, if people love to cook, then they should love to cook, you know? Not forced to cook something that not forced to be something that they're not, you know? You know, if people like driving, drive the shit. But, you know, if people want to be an artist, be an artist, you know? In the system that we live, we are forced, you know, to be something that we're not, you know? Which it makes a pretty fucked up system, you know? There's no equality in the system. There's no equality in the way we live right now. We live in a culture where your next door neighbor is your enemy, you know? We live in a culture where your next door neighbor is your enemy. Or your next door neighbor could be your friend. You never know. But it's like, when it comes to money, watch your back. Because that's the way it works. You know? Somebody's always want your money. There's always somebody that wants your money. That's how our system is, you know? We love just to take from others. You know, that's the way we are. What kind of fucking sick system is that, you know? And, you know, people are so generic, too. I call them fake people, because I call them robot people, because they're not really real people. They don't act like real people. When you go to a store, you know, and you go in there, is that person really real? Thank you. Have a nice day. Anything I can do for you? Do you need any help? Do you want anything else? You know? I mean, when you sell shit, you're not a real person. You're not a real person when you sell shit. When you negotiate, or when you're, you know, when you're talking about money based, you're not really a real person, really. You know, to be honest, you know, you're not. Money doesn't make real people. Greed doesn't make real people. Even the poor people are fake too, because they have to lie to survive. Rich people have to. Rich people are so fake too. I mean, they're no different from the poor. They have to lie to survive, to get those contracts. You know, to have their business sustain themselves. You know, don't say you're fucking honest. Most of these businesses out here, they're not fucking honest. I never seen an honest business. I never seen an honest businessman. You know, there's no such thing as honesty in this reality. You know, there's no such thing as honesty, because when you're honest, the robots will take advantage of you. You know, the business people, the poor people, you know, they will take advantage of you if you're honest. And they'll bring you down till you have nothing left. They'll find a way, you know, add this, add that. Because I had an example, you know, for my bank. You know, I didn't want them to charge double on my fucking, you know, they said they had trouble trying to do my car payment. And all of a sudden now, you know, they're doubling my payment. And they don't have no regrets about it, you know? And I tried to erase it, and I couldn't erase it on my account. You know, it's all too late now. It's already went through, you know? It shows you that corporate people, anybody that's with the business, doesn't have a ounce of feeling whatsoever, you know? You know, it's like, you know, when I look at a right-wing person, you know, or to me, I don't see an ounce of feeling in them whatsoever, you know? They're heartless, gutless, uncompassionate, you know? That's how I look at it, you know? Right now, I look at Donald Trump. Look at him. Heartless, gutless, you know? He has no heart inside him whatsoever, you know? He has nothing. He's just a fucking robot being told what to do, you know? Just like all these other robots being told what to do, because they listen, you know? And greed is how this whole fucking world, is how I live in America, how America is functioned, and it's really is dysfunction. We live in a dysfunctional country, you know? You know, it doesn't want to share. It doesn't have compassion. There's nothing you can feel about it. It has no compassion, you know? Compassion is gone, you know? It doesn't, That's what America is about. America is a compassionless state. That's all it is. A fucking state that it's just a robot. Every single human being in America. That's what they are, you know. So, I'm sick of this shit. But I have to live with it. I have to deal with it. Well, I'll try my way of dealing is staying right here in this fucking trailer, you know? But these people live in their own delusions, you know? But they're free and all that bullshit, you know? It's really, freedom is just a fucking illusion. And then people who believe that, who doesn't support society, heaven on earth, really are the ones are the worst people to be around with, because they're going to make your world worse. Right-wing people, I could tell you that right now. You'll make a nightmare on this in America, You will have you're going to make one big huge nightmare in America, because if you keep doing what you're doing, even left people too. I mean, they're all the same. They're all about greed. If they keep doing this, we might not have a future. So that's how I see it. If we keep doing what we're doing, if we don't change, greed is not the answer. Greed will never be the answer. If somebody's first words if a person speaks for himself about his own profit for himself, then don't be near that person, because that's a dangerous person to be near. I see Christians as dangerous. I see capitalism. Anybody who believes in capitalism is a dangerous person to be near around. Just like everything else. I mean, anything with an ism or anybody who wants to have control is a dangerous person, which is bullshit. I mean, that's the person I'm trying to avoid. I don't want to be near those kind of people. Okay, thank you. Bye.